First day of school, a group of freshman students is ordered to collectively drop their pants and stand in a line in an extremely humiliating posture, submitting their bodies to senior students' inspection. As a bullying tradition spanning 30 years at the Imperial Institute of Technology in India, no one dares to openly resist. But this newly arrived student decides to break the tradition and single-handedly dominate the entire institution. He brazenly sneaks into the dormitory under senior student surveillance and outwardly challenging their authority. To avoid losing face in front of the new students, the seniors drop a threatening warning. But Blue Cher remains completely unperturbed. He yanks out an electrical wire, switches off the main power, then strips the wire's insulation with his teeth, wraps the wire around an iron spoon handle, and winds it around a wooden stick, creating a makeshift electric prod. When the seniors count to 10, Blue Cher immediately extends the spoon to the door crack, then switches the power back on. The electric shock almost transforms the senior into a senior female student. Blue Cher becomes instantly famous. Everyone knows that your conducts electricity since elementary school, but he's the only one brave enough to actually apply the principle. Just when everyone thought he'd made his initial splash and might now keep a low profile, he unexpectedly challenges the college principal the very next day. During the opening ceremony, the principal dramatically smashes a bird's egg on the ground, telling new students that this is how the world works. If you don't compete, you'll face death, because other birds will come and occupy your nest. He then overturns the grade sheets of failed candidates, declaring they're like discarded bird eggs, crushed underfoot because they couldn't compete. As the top-ranked Imperial Institute of Technology in over 400,000 students apply annually, but only 200 can be admitted. The principal's own son has failed the entrance exam for 5 consecutive years. Then he pulls out an expensive space pen from his pocket, explaining that ordinary ballpoint pens can't work in zero gravity. Scientists spent millions developing this pen, enabling it to function normally in weightless conditions. 30 years ago, his own principal passed down this pen symbolizing excellence, but in 3 decades, he hasn't found a single student worthy of inheriting this pen. At that moment, Blue Cher raises his hand below, looking puzzled.
Sir, space में fountain pen, ball pen चलता नहीं है, तो astronauts ने pencil का इस्तेमाल क्यों नहीं किया?
His question completely stumps the principal. He never expected a student would dare to publicly embarrass him. The principal, unable to respond, can only awkwardly change the subject. At this moment, he remains unaware that this student named Blue Cher will soon become every teacher's nightmare.